Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Tom Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about things not to do on a VPN. Some of these things can end up violating terms of service. Some of these things can end up with you getting in some serious trouble. So make sure you watch this video before using a VPN. Also guys, you might want to check out VPNtierlist.com, the definitive and first VPN tier list ever made. I myself have rated pretty much every single VPN. I would recommend at least using a top tier VPN provider. A tier is recommended, and check out a word from our sponsor. Are you guys ever worried about getting doxxed? I know I am, and that's why I use a service like Incogni to make sure no one can find my IRL information if they find my name. A service like Incogni goes through all the available data brokers out there like white pages and these different websites. It will tell these websites to remove your information, and it saves you tons of time. Use my link in the description down below to get 50% off Incogni, as you see here on this website, to get this deal. This is my top rated data broker removal tool. It's around half the price of competing services like Delete Me, and it has a better interface to boot. So thanks for checking out this one, and let's get back to the video. Alright guys, so what are some things you should not do on a VPN? Well, number one, I would say sharing your account. Sharing your account with other friends and family members can be kind of problematic with VPNs. They really want you only using an account for like one person. Now, if you're sharing it with maybe your brother, a friend, maybe even two friends, it might not be the biggest deal in the world, and chances are nothing's going to happen. But that said, I've heard of people sharing their account with people having their account terminated with no refund. So it can definitely be a risk. Lots of times I think what people do is they will buy a VPN and then they'll sell access to it, which is definitely a big no-no and result in you getting in trouble with that VPN provider. I've even heard of people like with Tor guards reselling accounts to Iranians, and that was also a huge issue for those people. Could even be some kind of legal issue as well. So definitely sharing accounts is definitely something that you probably don't want to do. With VPNs like Surfshark, they have unlimited simultaneous connections, but they really only want you buying it one per customer. So just keep that in mind to keep your account safe. Next up, you probably shouldn't download 30 terabytes of tentacle porn a day. Now, sometimes I will see angry people on some subreddits complaining their account has been terminated, and they don't really like to explain why. Lots of times VPNs kind of have some small form of log, basically logs that allow them to kind of see how much data individual users are using, just so they can maintain the kind of sanctity of their network. If one user is downloading 30 million terabytes a day, although it's not really possible with current generation internet speeds, if you're downloading tons and tons of stuff 24/7, it can kind of log down the network, and a VPN very well might decide that you're not worth the $12 a month you're sending them to download so much stuff on their servers. So definitely when torrenting and stuff like that, use VPNs moderately, you know, reasonably at least. If you're someone who downloads maybe like 100 gigabytes plus a day, that might be too much to use a VPN. So definitely kind of be aware of how much you're downloading. If you're just someone who downloads, you know, a torrent a day, maybe games and stuff like that, you're probably going to be fine. Another big no-no with a VPN is illegal activity. Now you might be thinking, well, aren't VPNs kind of meant for illegal activity? What's the point of using them? You see VPNs like Proton saying, hey, we're based in Switzerland, or we're going to keep you safe. Or we see some VPNs saying, you know, don't use VPN in the United States because anything illegal you do will be sent to spy agency. Well, a lot of this is kind of misleading marketing in a lot of ways. VPNs really don't want you committing crimes on their networks. And push comes to shove, if the crime is serious enough, if you somehow leaked information some way, somewhere along the pipeline, that VPN is not going to go to court for you. Well, you might be saying, well, Tom, what's the point of using a VPN if I cannot commit illegal activity on it? Well, there are certain things that it kind of depends on where you're located in the world. Copyright laws can vary country by country. I would say if you're using a VPN, generally torrenting Linux ISOs, content that is not protected by copyright, don't seed a ton, don't download a ton of stuff, using it for basic anonymity from your ISP so they're not tracking every website you go to, unlocking websites in your region, whether that be prawns, or unblocking geo restrictions. These are all valid use cases for VPNs. Just don't download sketchy ass shit, spread it around. You probably know what I mean. Don't commit any crimes on it. Don't DDoS anyone. Don't spam any websites. These are all things that VPNs can and will terminate your account. And push comes to shove, they're not going to go up to bat against a spy agency, which is why the general kind of reasoning people say to not use a certain VPN over another because spy agency or whatever is just kind of stupid in and of itself, because VPNs aren't really made for those purposes. Like I said, general torrenting, unblocking websites, general anonymity, these kind of things are what VPNs are for. So guys, I pretty much covered most of the main things you don't want to use on a VPN. Let me know down in the comments down below if I missed anything that you might have thought of, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.